Hey everybody, welcome to episode 11 of Between Two Couches. I'm joined by Sean and Sam, and we're going to talk about when you get through that sort of honeymoon period of training and what keeps you going when you get through it. So Sean, Sam, people kind of see you and it's natural to assume that you guys just had that natural ability from the start. So Sean, did you have natural ability at the start? Were you able to clean and jerk what you can now?
Absolutely not, no.
Okay.
I always played sports and I was athletic growing up, but I didn't just wake up one day and walk up to a barbell and snatch 145 kilos. It's been seven, 8 years since I first snatched, I suppose. So it's been a bit of a journey and there's been a process involved.
Okay. So if on your first day snatching someone said you'd hit 145 kilos, would you have believed them?
No.
Could you deadlift 145 kilos at that stage?
No.
Okay.
If someone said that to me when I started, I'd be like, "You're batshit crazy." I'm like, I'd love to back squat that.
Okay.
Yeah. So, yeah, from where I started to where I am now, it's been a journey. But I never thought that it wasn't possible, but I never really got hung up on will I ever get there, you know what I mean? I never had a number in my mind that, well, if I get to this number, that's it, hanging up the boots, I've made it. It's just been kind of like, oh well, let's just keep kind of plodding along and see where it takes me, Yeah.
And that's a big thing when people are starting off. They think, well, if only I could do my first pull-up, then I'm fit, But what happens? What happened when you got your first pull-up, Sam?
First pull-up, I just remember thinking, there was a bit of a journey to get there because you're starting with your ring rows, you're doing the negatives, you have to jump up, slowly down, your arms are shaking, your hands hurt, and then when eventually, I remember going for my first. I remember smacking my face off the bar one time as well. I was quite young, we had a pull-up bar in the gaff, it took a lot of time. So
okay, so you didn't just have muscle ups that we see.
Oh no.
And how long did it take you to work to get your first muscle?
I think it was 8 months of doing it several times a week.
Okay.
So I remember thinking, okay, I'm going to do ring dips. You have to start practicing your false grip. You start having to pull yourself up in your false grip. Mm-hmm. Then you do your kind of attempts. Oh, I got close that time. I was here, but didn't quite make it. I started shaking, but didn't get there quite. And then one day you come in, you just go, all right, I'm going to go for it, and then it might happen, might not, but when it does happen, you're like,
yeah. And then when you did, you just walked out of the gym, you were done.
Yeah. I wasn't running around going, but it was nice. It was a nice feeling for sure. But that's when your goals probably change. Okay, now I want to get 2, so you the goalpost moves or whatever. Mm-hmm. You want to get 3. I want to do them strict. I want to do them kipping, or I want to do them on a bar. I want to do them on the rings. It doesn't just end with okay, I've done it, I muscle up, now I can retire.
Yeah. So you had the goal of making regionals, and now you've made regionals. So that's it, right? You've made your goal. So
I've retired.
Oh, sweet.
Yeah.
Cool.
These shirts are redundant.
Yeah. No, so the goalposts have changed again. So I want to do better at regionals. Maybe next year, top 10, top 15. Maybe a year after that, become close to qualifying the games or qualify for the games. And then, if that becomes a thing I can do, maybe see how well I can do at the games, that kind of thing. So ideally keeps moving forward, keep up in the stakes.
Take a scalp from Fraser.
Yeah.
But you're not unhappy, I suppose. There's kind of two sides of that. One is you've hit your goal, and that's awesome, well done, but it came as a result of hard work. But then you just set the next goal and continue to work. Yeah. So Sean, what keeps you coming back? Because you've made it to Worlds in weightlifting. There's no higher thing to do in Worlds. Okay, but what do you do that following Monday or the week after when you have your week off? What motivates you to get back into the gym once you've hit a goal? Because there's people who, they might want to lose a certain weight or become fit, and then they do it and then they forget that, I'm still fit. What motivates you to keep coming back into the gym every day?
I mean, for me, it's just really enjoying the process, and just being grateful for the opportunity to be able to train and to be able to achieve these things. That at one stage in my life I never thought I would ever achieve them. So the gratitude that I have to be able to come in here and weightlift and train and be coached by you and be around great people, that just inspires me every day just to come in and be here. And I think that's, I mean, like that you said, I lifted at Worlds, and obviously the Worlds, I bombed at Worlds, let's call it a spade. Snatch PB and I missed on the clean and jerk. So that motivated me. I want to go back and rectify that this year or maybe next year. But it's still a case of I'm grateful that I was there.
Yeah.
And that I can come in and I can train towards that goal again or beyond it, you know what I mean? Who knows, Tokyo, whatever.
Okay. And do you find that gratitude comes easy, or it's like something you have to work on? Because I know yesterday you had a bad day by your own standards, training-wise.
Some days it's easier than others, but most of the time I'm grateful for where I am, and especially since I've moved back to Ireland, I've had a lot more gratitude for the people here in CFI, because when I was in America, I was running a gym and I'd first child and with loads of stress, and I used to, like, you know, I used to train maybe an hour a day, 4 hours a week if I could, and I was grateful for that at the time because that's what I could manage. But back here now, where I have more time and it's more structured and I have more time to be able to train and focus on things, I'm really, really just grateful to be able to do it. And sometimes you have bad days, of course, but the bad days don't define you. You know what I mean? You don't let the bad days define you. You say, well, I still put in the effort and I'm happy with my effort, and I'll just chalk it up to one of those days and move on. Okay.
Because you can't dictate the results, so...
No, you can only control your effort.
Yeah. So more so in your sport, you can say, right, well, we need to hit a marker of 150, 180. But Sam, your sport, you don't get to choose your placings, you know?
Yeah.
You could PB your snatch, you could PB your unbroken muscle ups, and along comes 20 other guys and they do better. Yeah. So what keeps you positive in that respect when, or if your best isn't quote unquote enough?
Well, if your best is, well, that's out of your control. Yeah, I can't make someone do worse at muscle ups. Right. I can only do my best at my muscle ups and hope it fares up the correct way. Okay. I can't sabotage someone else somehow, you know.
Yeah.
So you have to just
you
do
can't
your
grease up his rings on the competition floor. No.
You're have some hired goons.
Okay.
Not that I've thought about it.
Right.
So
I apologise for using the term to grease up someone's ring, by the way.
But you can only do your absolute best. So like, so you're saying max muscle ups. If I'm doing some guy gets, I don't know, 25 muscle ups. Yeah. I get say 23 or something.
Yeah.
But on the last one, I've given it everything, and I'm like shaking to get up there, wherever. And I've known I've done my absolute best. There was nothing left in the tank. All you can do is be satisfied at that point. Because there was nothing I could personally do to do better without hiring some goons.
Okay, so you're without hiring goons. It's just be happy that what you did.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay, cool. So, Sean, back to you. People are inspired by your strength, you know, and your haircut.
Yeah.
Okay. And do we want to get a shot of the shoes?
And his shoes.
And his shoes.
These are new shoes.
But people are inspired by your strength and your mobility and all that. Okay. So I guess then, like, what inspires you?
What inspires me is seeing, helping normal people, ordinary Joes, coming in here, and they're achieving things that they never thought they could possibly do. So people see me snatching 145, clean jerk 170, and from my perspective, I've worked hard to get there, but I don't make a massive deal out of it because I'm just pursuing my goals and working hard. But when I see people come in and they're afraid to go upside down, do handstands, and then they achieve their first handstand hold or they get a first rope climb, that inspires me because here's these people starting their journey. Yeah. And I've had some part to play in them achieving that, and that's the beauty of being a coach. That's why I love helping people and coaching people, because that inspires me to say, well, these people are only starting their journey and they've achieved this and achieved that. So there's no reason why I can't achieve my goals, no matter how far they might feel like they're out of reach or they're in the future. Everyone is along wherever they are on their journey, and they're achieving things, and that inspires me. So like I'll use one of our members, Steph, for example. She does PT with me every week, and when she came to me first, she was like, "Oh, I'd love to be able to do a rope climb, and I'd love to be able to do this and that." And I said, "We'll just work our way, or we'll just keep grafting, and we'll put the effort in, and it'll come. Don't overthink it and worry about it." And then we did a workout one day, and she did 6 rope climbs out of nowhere. And I was like, "There you go." And that, from my perspective, that inspires me to put 146 on the bar, try dive under it. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Steph can go from no rope climbs to 6 in a workout. Why can't I?
When you consider that rope climb stopped Froning from winning the games at one
Exactly.
point. So,
Yeah.
you know.
And they gave people with handstands.
Steph has a full-time job that she's got to work nights. So.
Absolutely, yeah. She works shift work, and so stuff that inspires me. Helping regular people come in here achieve things that they never thought possible.
Yeah. And the other thing is, like, we probably all had coaches in our lives that made a big impact. Like, I could think of a few, you know, on our lives, and to be able to do that possibly to someone else, that's pretty cool, you know.
Yeah, very fulfilling.
Yeah, absolutely.
So one last question for you, Sam. It's quite clear you love it, but also that you love the stuff that you're not good at, you know? So what would your advice to be to someone to help them, for want of a better term, fall in love with the work and being humbled every day?
Yeah,
you know?
okay.
Because you don't like rowing, but you put on the rower so many times a week.
I don't mind rowing. Like, it's
okay.
It's a part of CrossFit, and
Yeah.
you can't sign up. Oh, I'm signing up for CrossFit minus rowing.
Yeah.
You know, rowing is in CrossFit, so you have to accept that and fall in love with it. You can't say you love CrossFit, but I don't love X, Y, Z, and you know. So there's and the other side of it is you're not going to get where you are if you just do the stuff you like. You're not going to get anywhere. Sorry. So if you're doing, I love deadlifts, I love squatting. Maybe say your strength is your thing, and all you do is strength. You're going to get strong. You might injure yourself, and then you can't do some of that strength stuff anymore. But then you're only strong. Then you go on the rower. You could probably pull the thing for 2,000 estimated calorie thing for 10 seconds, and then you're gone. So that's the whole. You have to be well-rounded. So if you want to be well-rounded, you want to be good, you want to compete. Not even if you want to compete, just want to be healthier and happier.
Yeah.
You gotta love it all. You can't neglect some things because then your fitness is unbalanced.
Okay.
No cherry picking.
So you're going into workouts going, this is getting me
fitter. It might be a bit painful, but you'll be on the other side of it in 10 minutes time. You'll feel the exact same as if you didn't do it, you know. So you might as well do it and give your best.
That's a mindset thing you have.
Yeah.
You've got to accept that it's all encompassing. You've got to take it all, put your best effort in every aspect of it, because at the end of the day, you'll come back out more rounded, more well-rounded, an athlete. You can't think, oh, well, I don't like this or I don't like that.
No, it's nonsense.
Yeah.
You sign up for a fitness sport that encompasses everything.
Yeah.
And then you're saying you don't like stuff. It doesn't make any sense. You're in the wrong sport. You go to the running club if that's what you want to do, you know.
Yeah.
But even Sean is in a more specialised sport.
Yeah.
Like he'll only snatch and clean and jerk once a week, if even, and then it's a lot of pressing, a lot of gymnastics, a lot of carries, a lot of core. You know, that's nothing to do with a barbell.
Yeah.
You know, and you've got to essentially tell yourself, this makes me better. This will add kilos to the barbell and keep me healthier.
But at the end, that's trusting the process. I mean, being more growth focused, believing that, okay, well, I'm not snatching clean jerking 6 days a week. I'm snatching once, clean jerking once, and then it's all accessories like push, pull, yoke carries, all that good stuff. And I just trust the process is going to make me stronger.
Beast.
So when I get back to the snatches, I'll horse it over my head.
Love and trust, who would have thought?
Yeah.
Sweet. Okay, well guys, special thanks to Mr. Ronan Schollard for setting up the audio on this. So we really appreciate that as well.
Hopefully you can hear us over the boys washing cars.
Yeah,
Sorry
absolutely.
about that.
Absolutely. Tickets for his gig are still available. Okay, you can get them on ticketmaster.ie, or I have a few I'm selling out of the back of the car as well. Okay. Guys, thanks very much. That was episode 11 of Between Two Couches.
See you there.